Hello. Is it peas you're looking for? My name's Patini.
My name's Flag.
And it's 2Ps. We're back with a special episode with our man
Winston. I'm here. Got a couple of names, you know. You know me as Winston. I know. We're doing big things today. I'm having a great time here with my guys.
Let's go.
Let's get it, boy.
Remind them what episode number this is, my good friend.
CINCUENTA.
CUATRO.
Almost at the 55 drum.
Mm-hmm.
We out here.
Exactly. Tune the F in. Matter of fact, if you're feeling the vibe,
Come on, man. You know what it is. Like it, share it, subscribe it.
and with that said, I think we can get the party started.
Let's get it.
You know how we do things over here. We're going to start the party off with some Marvel news. And, look, I'm okay now with whenever, whether it's DC or Marvel, I'm okay with people already complaining about out the gate. I'm so comfortable with it now that I'm even okay with people complaining out the gate about something that they don't know.
That's the crazy part.
That's the crazy
That's
part.
the crazy
That's the what? I digress. In the latest of Marvel news, we got news that we have our Sentry. Who's Sentry, you might ask? Stephen Yeun. From... Where's he from?
Well, he previously was on Walking Dead. I'm pretty sure you guys know who.
As Glenn.
Glenn.
As
You know,
Glenn.
we love him. We hated to see him go.
Oh.
Damn. And this little bit of news was confirmed by one of the Walking Dead pals, Robert Kirkman.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting.
And for those who don't know who Sentry is, break it down for these fools.
So it's funny because before we even started our podcast, you remember how I got dove into
Yeah,
Sentry?
like, it's funny all of this stuff is coming to fruition because we've been on this.
So we've been a year on the pod.
About that.
So I would say months prior to us even starting, I dove into who Sentry was, and he's a very OP character. So it makes sense as to why MCU hasn't even brought him on the scene, or why a lot of people don't even know who he is.
Once he explains who Sentry is, you'll see there was no phase that we've been through so far that would make for, even though we wanted him, it wouldn't have made sense for a Sentry, especially a person at that power. I don't know.
You know why? Also because the depths of the character himself, it wouldn't the way they started, it wouldn't fit the family friendly.
Yeah, I don't think he's more of a sense of a mainstream character in that sense. So that you gotta remember, also we're in this thing to make money in that sense. So there needs to be a household name, as you say.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't go as easy as what you know from Sentry, his background, in the sense of that it doesn't. It's good. It's a good story, but it's not.
It
catered
wouldn't
for
fit.
all, not for the masses.
Exactly. It wouldn't fit what they're trying to make. So we don't know exactly what they're gonna do with him in the upcoming movie that he's gonna star in. But his background in particular, the man's power is off the scale. He has the power of 1,000 suns. That's all I gotta say there. Only problem is, something comes with that. So the reason why he's so powerful, he's also his own enemy. Because inside him, when he overuses his power, he slowly starts to bring out the void. And that's the problem with the Sentry.
Explain to him what the void is.
Just as Sentry himself is as strong as the power of 1,000 suns, and he's like the Superman of Marvel MCU, whatever you want to call it, the void is just as powerful, and it's this dark entity within him who, in the comics, almost gets rid of almost all the superheroes.
Yeah.
And then that's why we were talking about how it can't be a household name, because a lot of times, in order to get rid of the void, they have to erase Sentry's basically memories. And then he goes and he reverts to his what would you call it? His coping mechanisms.
Oh yeah.
So the Sentry doesn't even remember what's going on with Void. He has no recollection.
The crazy thing is he doesn't remember clearly, but he has these vivid, nasty nightmares and flashes of
the night terrors.
The night terrors of what he's done and what the Void has done in place of him. So he basically becomes a fiend, and that's the crazy part. That's why you can't really, you can't really.
Yeah, with that explanation alone, it's like, if you've been paying attention to Marvel, where we are right now, where do you fit that?
Yeah,
not yet, not yet.
But it makes sense as to how they're gonna fit that in Thunderbolts.
Now it does. Now they got themselves a little opening. Look, you see how they're slowly. They drop Moon Knight. They drop mad characters, slowly introducing these characters. I like how they're doing it, man.
Expanding the Marvel universe to getting all that stuff, everything, even the nooks and crannies, in which is definitely.
And if they keep up this pace, our kids can be watching it if they flesh out this universe, because Marvel has endless heroes to.
What's the Young Avengers? Is that what it's called?
I think that's what it's called.
Young Avengers.
I am pretty sure too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Right.
I think that's
what are you trying to say?
But like, they're still.
Yeah, they can still do that.
They can still.
But that's one thing I also say about Disney. Disney makes stuff for the fans and also makes
make sure
the
kids are always.
And that's the thing, is that you're gonna have no problem with production, because they're going to bring out they're gonna make as many titles as they can. And that's as a fan of the MC, I'm happy with that, because I'd rather see all these titles that you wouldn't normally see. Basically, I would only have to read, but now I'm actually gonna physically see it. How to see characters get their own light. I'm happy with that in that sense. So
that's cool for the comp, because there's folks. Be for real. There's folks that here, even if we clamor on about seeing all the movies, there's still gonna be folks that's not gonna pick up a comic or care to go backwards. So it's cool you can just see the visual version of it. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Not mad at that at all.
Yeah.
Well, something for everybody.
With some more Marvel news coming at you, we got Wonder Man resuming shooting after Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
The series will be under the Marvel spotlight. Talk to me, P. For those of us who don't know who Wonder Man is.
I got y'all. Wonder Man goes by the name Simon Williams, and he gained his superhuman powers due to chemical and radiation treatments with ionic energy by Baron Zemo, which makes me even more interested about what's going on in Thunderbolts, but I digress. He has pretty much the superhero starter pack: superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, agility, and reflexes.
Wowing. Wowing. The list is crazy, though, because that's just the bases. How you got teleportation, shapeshifting, healing factor, size alteration. Who are you?
It makes sense. Ionic energy. You're doing everything with that.
Wow. And
I like that they're bringing out more superheroes, expanding the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
And this made me think. You know how they were complaining about the ethnicity
yeah.
of
who?
Sentry. Because of the character. Something just hit me in my head, like, this is the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
And it's not even
Jesus Christ! If someone
and everything is different.
If someone shows up with a different color or different size, I was like, oh my god.
Who cares?
It's a Marvel Cinematic. It's a whole different. You'll respect when it's comic books, but not besides the point. What's your thoughts about Wonder Man?
Personally, I don't know too much about him. I could think the fit is fire. He's hitting it. He look good.
It's hitting.
The powers sound like it's gonna be a great time. Happy to see that another thing coming to fruition, that Marvel is giving somebody else some light. Actually, they expand the board, so you basically get a whole bunch of things that I personally don't know. I know a lot of people don't know if you're not really heavily into the comic books and grabbing all not the mainstream thing, because that's how they're pretty much expanding the universe for the fans and new fans to come up and get some stuff. So I'm just happy to see it actually get produced, and I'm waiting to see what it's like, because it would be the same thing as what it was for Moon Knight for me. I didn't know Moon Knight before.
A great show.
Didn't know Moon Knight before any of this, and then I watched it and I'm like, wow, so now Moon Knight's up there for me. So I can only imagine.
Moon Knight's wild.
Yes, it is.
Moon Knight powers are wild, so I'm like, Wonder Man power sounds crazy, so I can only imagine
what's gonna happen.
You know.
And I don't even harp on Moon Knight, but because we're talking about Wonder Man right now, Moon Knight was fire,
Yes,
man.
she was.
Gee whiz. And as of right now, there is no date, because again, they're going to start shooting, but if they have any more info coming out, we'll let you know.
Definitely will let you know. All right.
As a matter of fact, we have more Marvel news,
Yeah, we do. What's up? Talk
and
about
this news might be fantastic,
it. Here we go.
according to who you are.
Jeez Louise.
I don't know about the fantastic part, my boy.
Anyways, get this guy out of here.
So, word for you.
Obviously, we talked about this last week. You know, it was rumored, and the rumors are getting stronger, and it looks like it's gonna happen. So, Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, is looking to be played by Mr. Pedro Pascal himself. With that, we also have Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, played by Vanessa Kirby. What were we had
the main ones that we remember was a Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Hobbs and
Shaw.
Shaw.
She's done some work on Netflix, and she has a few awards under her belt.
And the Napoleon movie, she's in there as well. So,
she's not a rookie. No
if you guys aren't familiar with Vanessa Kirby, she's been out here. Another one, we have Johnny Storm, aka Human Torch. If you guys aren't familiar with Joseph Quinn, my man's came from Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Thank you. I was like, drew a blank, but yeah, Stranger Things. He looked totally different though. Because I'm like, when I thought about it, I'm like, when they said that he's gonna play,
how long is Stranger Things still going?
Still going.
Yes,
okay, so how old is buddy we're talking about?
Who? Joseph Quinn?
Yeah.
Don't know his
we're talking
age.
about. No, I don't mean an exact age. Are we talking about a teenager, a grown man, a kid?
He's a grown
No,
man,
he's
but he's not an older man. Like when you see, he has the
he
clean
fits his
look.
like
He has the
when
clean
I
look.
seen the picture of how he looks now, because I only see him in full.
Like Eddie
like,
Munson,
yeah,
like he looks crazy.
He's ready, like 90s rocker,
yeah,
like fight the power type of thing. So
Oh,
that's
so he has the personality for a Johnny Storm. Would you say?
Different. Here's the thing. Eddie Munson was like a rebel.
That's John.
But Johnny is more of a
charismatic.
show, charismatic.
Like, I beat to my own drum. Charismatic type of thing.
He has. What I'm trying to say is, if he can do Rebel, he can do Johnny Storm.
Yes. And this thing, so now, like I'm saying, like I saw a shot of him normal, out of character, and I'm just like, oh, I can definitely see him do this.
Because he's Johnny with the slick hair back.
Exactly. The Johnny Storm, I remember his running off, being, and wanting to take care of the problem by himself.
I'll do it myself.
But end up getting.
Yeah. And then last but not least, we did talk about this last week as well. Ben Grimm, a.k.a. The Thing, will be played by Ed Moss Backrach. I'm sorry if I'm saying that last.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But you did.
Yeah. But we saw a picture of him.
Yeah.
You had said something about it, which was pretty interesting.
So I don't think he's built for the part, but in the sense of he was explaining to me that if they do it how they did the Hulk, that he would be better for the role. I'm used to like Hellboy in that sense of like if you play the role, you still gotta wear the uniform, you gotta get to it, you got the nitty gritty. But in the sense, do I think he has the tone for it? Yes.
Here's what just blew my mind as you were saying that. Are we gonna get 1 or 2 movies out of him? Because after a while, it's just gonna be all grim, all thing. Thing stays thing. There's no turning back. Remember that part.
He can turn back once a year.
Once a year. That's what. Is that some new
It's
stuff?
horrible. No, it's a thing. It's a thing. I promise.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Once
a year.
I don't really care about
I don't know.
I care about the thing.
You think they'll introduce that?
That's messed up.
That's what I'm saying, like,
it's the thing for me.
With the, I feel like they'll take the angle. What's more? I was about to ask you.
They're not going to give us the 1 year.
Yeah,
they're not going to do that. That's a comic book thing.
I think what's more harrowing is I'm no longer human no more. I'm a forever rock.
Oh, I'm a rock.
That's even sadder than
No, for real.
Being able to turn back.
You know what sucks though? Another comic book thing. Under that rock, he's soft flesh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Because remember, there's all cosmic powers from whatever they came from.
Yeah.
But yes, that's what we got for Fantastic Four news. There is still no date as usual. I did say this before. I'll believe the information when I'm in the theaters and the credits are rolling and the movie's about to start because it's changed so many times over the years.
But from what we've seen, the actors that they have as far as who they might play, I say please keep at that because it looks good. It
Yeah.
looks good.
Yeah. If you feel something's funny, go and change it. Whatever. Get it right. Get it together.
We have one more thing on Marvel.
Yes. Your gal Sylvie.
It's not really big news. It's just interesting how we got some talks. I like the talks that we got going.
I like the sign of this fight. We're talking. You want to go ahead and let them know?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, you talk to me.
Sophia, is it D?
D. Martino.
AKA Sylvie from Loki. Sylvie from Loki. She says she wants to head up with Agatha Harkness. Let's get straight to it.
In her words, a witch off.
A witch off. I like that.
Which one?
A witch off, AKA fist off. That'll be nasty. And shoot, who would win that for real?
I'm sorry, Sylvie.
Wow, quick, no hesitation.
She's a god,
Bro, she's a variant of a Loki. Loki is a god. Sorry.
Mm.
Sorry.
I've known Loki to take an L though.
Yeah, but remember...
To who?
To
a god.
Hey, I'm not saying she's gonna win. I'm just throwing this in there to throw it in there. Doctor Strange is powerful, correct?
Yes.
Astral planing, doing all that stuff. He had a problem with a witch.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh. But he's not a god. I'm sorry.
That goes needless to say. I'm saying Doctor Strange can... Most likely, if he hasn't already yet, he could probably go talk to God.
Probably.
He could talk to...
You know what's crazy? They're all within the same realm because it's all mystical, magical.
Yes, with different names. It goes, remember, we watched Eternals. We get the Celestials. Even beyond the Celestials, there's people behind them.
Yeah.
And it just keeps on going, which is very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, I wouldn't mind a witch off.
Yeah. And I like how she ended it, her quote unquote, let's get some more of the girls together. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Let's do it, you know? I don't even care what you anti-females out there. No, it's too many girls. Oh my god.
I don't even care if you make it a celebrity death match.
Stop it.
Available on YouTube. I'd love to see that.
I'm streaming. Let's go. Paying for it. All my money. Take my money. You know, Futurama?
Yeah.
Take my money. Take my money. All of it. But yeah, that's all we got for Marvel news. We'll wrap it up with that. Till next week, we'll holla.
Got some DC news. Just watched the Aquaman trailer, so we're fresh off of that. What do you guys think?
Aquaman 2, huh?
Is this Aquaman 2?
Isn't it?
Is the last one?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
You know we keep it real over here.
Yeah.
And
we never fair, you know? We never fright from real news.
I've yet to see an Aquaman movie because it's never attracted me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not anything against DC. The last Aquaman that I was interested in was doing the DCAU run, the DC animated run. And that's all I can give you.
Big body bad boy.
Yeah, you remember what I'm talking about. Don't get me wrong.
Did you see the Flash movie? What was the last movie? The Flash?
Flash movie?
The live action?
The live action.
The live action.
You saw it? You
no.
saw the end? You didn't? Are you gonna watch it?
You gotta remember, when it comes to live action DC,
Yeah, I know.
I'm not personally a fan.
I know.
When it comes to animation DC, I am front row
100%.
center.
We're right there with you.
I own collections, so
The
that's why
problem
I'm like,
is, we gotta do this because we gotta do this.
We gotta do this. We gotta do this.
and I understand. That's why I'm like, one of those things, like, I personally have not seen.
Refresh my memory. What happened at the end?
Remember at the end?
Refresh my memory.
So Barry gets out and he finds Aquaman.
DC.
So he literally finds Aquaman on the street, drunk as hell.
Dog.
In a puddle of water.
Yeah,
Drunk as
bro.
hell. And he's like, oh man, I can't. Like, he drunk as hell. Drunk as hell. That's how that ended. And then basically it's going to segue into...
This new movie.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then this movie is literally going to finish and end, finally. Hooray!
The DCEU.
The DCEU, which is then going to get
James
into James Gunn DC.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm happy about. Because, you know, James Gunn, you know, he did his thing. Like, he even talked about it. When James Gunn first came on the scene with Guardians of the Galaxy, he had no idea who they were. He did to die.
He made them.
Really?
He did the most important.
The first
thing.
one.
He did the most important thing you could do. He made them matter.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't just give a superhero movie. He made them matter, and now they're standalones that can contest with any other superhero movie, which is crazy to me. All 3 films.
Am I mistaken? Did he do the second Suicide Squad? He did.
Don't quote me, but I think
That's why
so.
it was better.
And then
I think he did.
Second one with Star.
Yes, Star, the big star,
Yes,
the big starfish,
yes.
the big starfish. Yes.
before we
Star-
digress here, Aquaman comes out December 22nd.
Look, that's how bad we don't care about this stuff.
Yeah.
We went way
I don't
left.
wanna-
Go ahead.
Aquaman will be out December 22nd. We have no qualms. Again, I can't tell you yes or I can't tell you no if I'm ever gonna watch it. The trailer looked good though. Don't get me wrong, the trailer looked good.
Trailer did look good.
What did you tell me about Aquaman's nemesis?
Black Manta.
Black Manta. Oh,
Black
he's gonna
Manta.
be. That same actor is going to be playing Wonder Man, as we just recently reported to you guys about in the Marvel news. So that's going to be interesting. Which is funny because now it's like, yeah, I'm Black Manta, but guess what? No more. See you later. Because
I feel like I'm free. Like I feel like, it's over. No more of this. I get to do what I want.
Yeah. I did like how the trailer started off with it. I guess he has his son.
Mm-hmm.
And his son is like speaking to the fish. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but he had like psionic waves going woo, 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 just like how the actual Aquaman does in the woo, 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 woo. That's how he talks to his fish people and all that. But
Can I say one more thing? I want it to be. It has to be set in stone. We, us, me, Platt. He had 2-piece. We pitched Lobo first, and now Momoa is on some talk show talking about some. Yeah, I'm going over there.
What do you think?
Lobo?
Yeah.
Oh, eats every time.
That's Jason Momoa.
Yes. No.
Jason Momoa
Yes.
as Lobo?
100%.
That's the perfect.
100%.
And you can't even
the
give
main
me,
man?
You can't.
The main man. And I'm gonna go ahead and say, if he does Lobo, I'm not gonna say it's gonna give a resurgence to career. It's gonna do some crazy to his career. You thought Aquaman? You thought Aquaman? If he does Lobo correctly, he got his own thing right there.
Yeah. Well, it's funny we talk about that. Let's move on to the next, because apparently the cast for Superman Legacy
It's
is.
a doozy.
We're getting
What do we keep telling them? We keep telling them, strap your seatbelts, because when DC get the rolling, I don't want to hear no questions.
This is so now we talked about this earlier. This is the first live action movie that's going to come out under DC James Gunn.
To start the party.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I talked to you about Creature Commandos. That's going to be the first animated series.
Mm-hmm.
And then the funny thing is, he said, remember how we talked about Marvel has, continuity and their togetherness?
And that's DC's problem.
So, hear me out. Creature Commandos, the same voice actors for Creature Commandos, for the squad that's going to be in Creature Commandos, when they hit live screen, those same actors are going to be the actual actors.
Oh, that's
That's
great.
right.
That's actually.
You get see, and this is why we're happy with James Gunn, because why were we so upset with live action DC? It's always a restart. It's always we don't get these guys in this movie because now these guys aren't part of this anymore. You
And
know,
he gets it.
My thing is, I don't really care for some of the reimaginings, which I have no problem because Marvel does reimaginings, but DC's reimaginings is just a little too far off for me to stick with, or some like in the little bit they do get to the comics is not enough for me. Meanwhile, the animations hit every time.
Every time. But do you know why the animations hit? They're pulling from the comics.
Yes.
And I'm like, how can the films not understand what's going on here?
One thing I say is, obviously the best DC would have to be the Dark Knight trilogy, hands down. It can't be a conversation, but that was Batman in the real world, as you would say. And that was real life Batman, and no other superheroes was around, and that wasn't from the comics. That was a reimagining.
Yeah.
And that did well. So it can be done. It's just personally from the stuff I've seen, it probably
Like outside of the trilogy,
Yeah,
it falls flat.
Yeah, and that's what because I would love for it to hit the way it should hit.
As much as I want to harp on DC, and it may feel like I'm hating, I still have to give them space and leeway because not everything was kosher at the headquarters.
Yeah,
everything was falling apart, and they're falling apart while they're trying to make these movies. I'm not giving a pass. I'm just telling you what was going on, so I can understand why we couldn't get enough continuity. Nothing made sense. Everything's feel rushed. People are leaving mid shoot. But James Gunn's here. We're gonna get the stuff rolling.
And with that, talk to me. Who do we have so far casted for Superman Legacy?
Superman Legacy. We already reported we have David Cornsweet as Clark Kent, aka my man Superman. We have Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. We've already. Anyways, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. I
Showed him that earlier.
I like how he looks.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Sampao as Eve Teschmacher. Skylar Gazondo as Jimmy Olsen. Skylar, you look like a Jimmy Olsen.
He does. He really does. He really does.
Eddie Gathegi as Michael Holt, Mr. Terrific. Maria Gabriela De Faria as the engineer. We reported that 2 episodes of the last episode.
Two. Yeah.
Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner. Green Lantern, we're finally. Oh my God. That's that other one you think exists? That doesn't matter. That's another alternate universe.
Redemption.
That Green Lantern doesn't matter. I'm
And
finally.
it's funny because we're getting Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
Guy Gardner Green Lantern.
Isabella Merced as Hawk Girl. We reported on this. Anthony Kerrigan as Metamorpho. They're going in.
All this in one movie.
Oh, this is all in the Superman.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's all I'm like, all right. I was like,
Nah, that's why we're telling folks, get ready, because for my research, they're not playing.
Yeah, they're not playing.
They're
bro.
not playing.
They're not playing. And okay. So for example, I'm pretty sure in that one movie, not everybody's gonna be wilding out.
No.
They're probably gonna, you know what I'm saying, like introduce like this is who this is, this is who this is, and this is what we're gonna do. You know, so we'll see.
I don't expect to get. I expect action, not too much action, because you read all of this, you're expecting to get a boom, bow, pow. Nah, I don't expect everyone to be wilding out like this. We're gonna get multiple films out of this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. That's basically all the casted members that we've seen reported on for Superman Legacy. And then to finish off our DC news,
You go ahead and take care of this.
so we had a little discourse about this earlier, which is funny. The highest selling DC animated movies. At number 1, we have Batman Under the Red Hood. We all agreed. That was really good.
That's at
That was one
12,411,958. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I couldn't see because the green is kind of like.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
a little.
Next up, we have Superman, Batman, Public Enemies.
Good.
That's
a good one.
11,014,346 sales.
Superman, Doomsday.
Which is one of the best Superman movies I can say hands down is.
10,102,202.
This one here caught me off guard because I don't think we've watched this, and I think we have to go watch it.
Bro, I think we have,
We
because
have?
there's many times I'll
There's
bring
no
up
way
stuff
because
and-
we watched so many. Like we've watched so many DC,
especially at the time they're dropping these.
Yeah. Wonder Woman.
9 million. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna go through the whole. I'll just give you the regular number. 9 million.
9.9.
9.9.
This one was crazy. Batman: The Killing Joke.
Is this the one when he was clapping?
Stop.
8.9.
Barbara got
Yeah.
8.9. Next up, we have Superman, Batman, Apocalypse.
8.8. You know what's killing me? Folks is buying these DVDs.
Why not?
At the time.
They're
No,
great.
it's look at the times when you compare to now.
Oh, because I'm like, I have most of these on a digital collection from Microsoft. So,
And you gotta understand, you acting like Big
Yeah.
J don't got.
sometimes you want to own it physically.
Yeah, same
Hit
here.
different.
Next up, we have Justice League Crisis on Two Earths. This one was crazy.
Yep, 8.6.
Batman Gotham Knight.
8.6.
And Green Lantern First Flight.
8.4.
So we did have the little discourse earlier because we felt as if
Flashpoint.
I'm shocked. I'm not surprised. I'm
I want
shocked.
to know where Flashpoint is.
Just
It's
because
probably right under Green Lantern.
you know what it is? It's like movies that hit hard makes sense that's on here. Do you think makes sense?
They did. But like,
But Flashpoint hit hard. That's what I'm saying. It hit
The
hard.
thing is, Green Lantern was good. I just feel like Flashpoint should be right there.
And I don't know if I'm being biased or personal. Justice League Dark?
Nah, bro.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh no, yes.
Or
Justice
how
League Dark
about-
was fire.
Justice League Dark was good,
How about what was?
but I don't see it on this list.
Okay, then.
I don't see like
What
holding a
about the
contending spot.
Justice League one when Apocalypse? It was over. It was the bad one. War. Justice League War.
Justice League War.
Apocalypse.
War?
No, I think it was this Superman, Batman, Apocalypse.
Oh, are you talking about Doom?
No. You know what I'm talking about.
Doom.
Where everyone's Wonder Woman's a robot. Hawkeye's.
Doom. That's the one. Doom.
It's not on this list.
No, it's not.
That one, yeah, I can argue with that one. That one's 100%. That was, yeah.
Hold on. Batman Year One.
Year one hit.
Year One was crazy.
Year one hit, but now I'm thinking about Year One or Killing Joke.
Oh no, Killing Joke.
That's what, see, so that one makes sense to me in that sense. The Under the Red Hood, masterpiece. I love it. I live for it. It's great. I can rewatch that. I probably can rewatch that like twice a year.
And you know what's making me want to do? It's making me want to watch this again because I'm like,
Wonder Woman.
how you up here above the ones we just mentioned, bro?
Yeah.
I personally can't.
No, not to Wonder Woman because like
no, that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm like, this movie's not even like.
I can't recollect.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
movie.
saying.
So we got to do our homework. We gotta
I
go
have a
back.
feeling that movie had to deal with her on Themyscira on her island. I have a feeling.
Probably.
But yeah, those are the most highest selling DC animated movies.
You know what's funny? I want to know something to our audience. From this list, we'll put the list here. Which ones did y'all like? In order. Or just give us the top 3. Which ones do you think shouldn't be in there and should be in there? For us,
Even if it's not on the list because we just went
what do
over
we
it.
say?
Yeah. Flashpoint?
Flashpoint? We think
definitely.
Flashpoint should be on this list.
100%.
What
That
do
like
you think?
started and ended everything. Like, come
Yep.
on.
Yep. And with that being said, that's all our DC news for today.
Fresh off the DC news, let's get into a bit of some Netflix series. And this is a bit surprising. We have Avatar: The Last Airbender live action series. How do you feel about that?
First of all, it's right around the corner. It's going to be 2024, February 22nd.
Yeah, that's right around the corner.
That's amazing. That's amazing. The fact that they already got we got a trailer. We saw the trailer earlier.
So that means they had it in the top for a long time?
This has been in the works for a while.
Yeah.
I remember when they talked about it was just like, oh, Netflix might be picking it up, and I was
Might-
just
yeah,
like,
like
Netflix
maybe.
has been doing such a great job with their live actions that I was happy to hear that Netflix might be the person to take this on because we know if you love Avatar that it needed a redemption so bad. Because I was just telling Jonathan, I'm like,
That live action.
my man was out here, Pebble, and I'm just
No,
like,
no, okay, so you gotta understand. It's all about bending elements.
I understand.
Right?
From all of the years of watching
hear me
stuff.
out. You ready? If I'm an earthbender in the animated series, you're bending rocks.
Of course.
Big stone. In the live action movie,
the one.
what did
the
he
first,
just say? Pebbles.
He's out
Literally,
here
you'll
doing
see a pebble go across the screen.
30 flying
I've
fists
always,
and then a pebble.
and I'm not saying they don't exist. I've always been the guy to say that it's hard to translate anime to live action, man.
I gotta say that I also supported that for the longest time as an anime head. That I'm like, I personally stay away from live action, but I've seen
The evolution.
multiple ones being done right, and in the concept of what we can allow in the real world and with the budget you allow, what you can do. So like some of them are far off, and I don't think you should do it at all. But some of them hit perfectly. So I think Avatar can be done. Because we have other movies, and like I said, Netflix being the production company they are.
That's what I was gonna say. With Netflix behind it, I don't think
Yeah.
it'll be bad.
And you being a One Piece fan, have you watched?
Yes,
the
I have.
Live action, and look how they adapted.
I
It's
think
crazy, right?
for the live action and new people to come into stuff like that, I think it was great. So that's what I'm saying. Even watching that, it even furthers the case that I'm saying that Netflix is going to do a great job with this, and I'm excited for it already.
I love the casting.
So would you say Netflix is stepping it up in there?
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure,
100%.
for sure.
You know, it's funny because remember for a while we were like, man, Netflix got the same old shows. They keep recycling. They take them out, then bring them back in. Like, what are we doing? But the Netflix, like, how would I say?
Originals?
Netflix originals have been pretty fire.
It started off is I want to say it's a Netflix original. For me, the uprising started around Baki. When I was like watching the Baki stuff,
The remake, yes.
Punch was coming in. Hell, Castlevania came out of nowhere, and they were getting
Like
it
when they took it into their hands and did what they wanted to do with it, I was like, yeah. I like it.
That's dope.
Yeah, the trailer was fire. And like I was saying, the casting, I love it. I love who's playing Aang, Uncle Iroh, Zuko, right?
Zuko, yeah.
Zuko, Fire Lord, Ozai. Like, everybody looks good, and you're not giving me. I don't want to say what I'm about to say, so I'm just gonna cut it there. You're giving me the right ethnicities.
Yeah.
Important.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I get what you mean. I'm just one of those people that don't believe in casting and types for that. Good actors, good actors. You can bring it home.
Right.
So that's why I'm
But
like,
hear me out. The live action movie
oh
showed me that, y'all got to do what y'all got to do.
yeah.
for real.
Sometimes it doesn't feel like
You
certain
get
things
what I'm saying?
don't feel right. It's like a closer homage to something in that basis that you want to fit. Yeah, it's not all cookie cutter.
I'll give you a great example. Dragon Ball.
I was just about to tell you.
Live action movie. Piccolo's
Horrible!
not white. Piccolo's not white.
No!
No, sorry.
I don't even want to talk about that. Don't even
That's
mention
another
it. Don't
movie
even-
that exists
Butchered.
in a different timeline than mine.
Butchered. Yeah, don't
never
even-
created.
All right, so yeah,
Visual torture.
that's what we got for that Netflix live action series. Another Netflix original. Not saying that Netflix originally made this story, but they adapted it. Castlevania.
Well, another thing that we're fresh off of. We're fresh off of episode
7.
Mm-hmm.
We only got one more episode left.
Yes. Do we?
Yeah.
Oh!
How many episodes?
Is it 8 or 9?
I thought it was 9.
I thought it was 9.
I'm tripping. So we got 2 more.
Something like that. We're getting close
It
because
just looks. Things are getting crazy.
when we get to the end of this, so we open up. We left. No. We open up with, like we said, the fashion here in Castlevania Nocturne is something else. You swear that on one way. We open up with them getting their Met Gala on at the.
Does the Messiah not look like she's in the Met Gala with all these?
Oh
suits?
yeah, no, she can't
Mhm.
bust it down.
She first showed up. She first showed up in gold, and now in this episode she got some
Purple, gold,
something.
royal colors.
Hey,
Yeah.
I do not like the Messiah and what she stands for at all, but darling, your fashion. Wow. Messiah proclaims herself as a god to her followers. Drolta has a plan on how to get the abbot loyal to the Messiah, and that's by his daughter.
Well, it was. What was it? You have to sacrifice.
Make a
someone you
sacrifice.
love
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
No,
And then
a
his-
sacrifice in blood.
in blood with someone you love,
Mhm.
and then his man's. The
Well,
abbot's
before
man's-
we're moving through 4, hold on. Drolta, like I said, she had a plan. Maria and Tara are cleaning up by a river. She's still Maria's still upset at her mom, obviously, for not telling her that Abbott was her father.
Mhm.
And Maria's excuse is, I wanted to keep you safe. I can placate her and try to understand where she's coming from at the same time. A child needs to know who their daddy is, especially if he's running around still
What I'm
alive.
saying, so close. Like, can you imagine?
Literally right there.
So close,
Talking
you
about
have
he
your
died.
interaction. Yeah, you have your interactions with him, and then you find out he's right here.
Your pops
This
died.
This is
He's
the
dead.
guy that you think is cool, and think, oh yeah, he's a cool guy, I guess. That's your dad.
That's my
Like,
dad.
shame on you knew your dad all along. I don't know how I would feel about that. That would personally.
That's why I'm not mad at her being mad. During this whole powwow and the cleaning of the clothes, they get ambushed, by vampires, and just want to harp on real quick. The fighting in Castlevania Nocturne, I have no complaints, especially when they're magicians, magics, speakers. The way they get busy, especially Terra.
Yo, the icicle through the throat is crazy.
When she calls out the birds, and I think that's a lion.
The lion.
Yeah, the one
Big cat of some sort.
she just has a plethora of animals.
Mm-hmm,
You saw how she was on the tortoise. She got birds.
I'm not hit, and it's like
little tiger, electric tiger.
it's to the point like I don't know if I want to be a whipper of the whip or do I want to be a speaker because the speakers be wilding out.
I'm sorry, but I will always be a Belmont.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down.
I don't know. I hold down a Ford Master's position.
You're wild. He's crazy.
You would be what's his name, Isaac. You would
Hold
be
down a Ford
Isaac.
Master. If we're not gonna be a vampire, I'm just letting you know. And I'd rather be a human. I'm big on the Ford Master.
In the middle of this fight, guess who shows up in the nick of time? Your boy Richter. And he's acting different. I don't like how he's acting though. He's acting real brand new. When just the other episode, you was hitting the 3 flat. Cause Orox
3.9.
Orox had you scared.
40 times was crazy.
But yeah, he shows up, he saves them in the nick of time. We move to a scene of Drota. Oh, things get spicy here. Drota introduces Orox to the Messiah, and I'm feeling Orox's disposition. You know how many times he got told to bow?
Well,
and he was
got
not
there,
with it.
He got there, and Drota was like, bow.
Mm-hmm.
And he's standing proud.
Still talking.
Chin up high. He's like, yeah, anyways. Hello, Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasure to finally see you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Messiah's...
She's telling him her plans. Orox is still reluctant. And Messiah's whole plan is to, which is good to see watching it. Her plan is to take over Europe through using the abbot and the humans, the church, which is, it just hit me. That does make sense. It just hit me. And through that, she'll move on to America, which, wow, you're tripping. You're tripping, man. We're back to Richter, Maria, and Tara. They meet up with Annette, and she still feels a way about him running. Richter apologizes. Not only does he apologize, he reveals he finally knows magic.
My boy go, flame on! My boy blue flame head ass.
Richter Storm! Alright, I like that.
Richter, Ryu, Richter Storm. What we got? Like, my man's out here.
Now we get to the part where the Messiah is talking to the abbot about the sacrifice. Let us know about that.
Okay, so first of all, he's talking, we need it in blood, someone you love, and she spills the beans on, why not your daughter?
Mm-hmm. And this scene is important because not only do you see the abbot's face,
He,
Mizrak is in the back like, you got a daughter?
No. Mizrak goes, what are you talking about? He ain't got no kids. He don't got no kids. Abbott. Maria? He goes, whoa, you got a daughter.
Even in that sense, it links for him. He realized as soon as he says her name, he's just like, everything makes sense.
Everything makes sense.
It made sense.
And now, what I was thinking, remember how he was in the cut back in the church? Like, yo, this doesn't feel right. Remember how he's always like teeter-tottering am I doing God's work or am I not doing God? That right there probably was like the final.
I threw it over the top. I can't imagine how Mizrak worked.
My leader's out here sinning.
And you're so blind because you're thinking everything he's doing is for a righteous cause. It's going to mean something later. Oh, that is awful.
It's not.
What else happened here after that? Mizrak finally realizes that he has a daughter, blah, 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 Messiah. The Messiah asks for submission from the abbot. She wants a sacrifice. Richter and the gang are planning now. They're trying to run up on... Are they at a castle? Or...
No.
I'll call it the headquarters. The vampire headquarters. They're planning to hit up the vampire headquarters. And guess who shows up while they're planning? Orox. He shows up in a gang of smoke. And he drops the book off. Remember, he drops the book off.
And he's telling, Richter, listen, I could have killed you 3 times.
And mind you, they're panicking. Everyone in the room is panicking because obviously it's Orox.
Enough of this, please. Slams the book on the table. Read it. That's literally what he says.
No. He doesn't say read it. He says, I want to say the F word. In caps.
Just read the effing book.
They read the effing book and dips. And then Richter runs after them. They have their little chat, and that's when he tells them, bro, I could have clapped you a long time ago.
I could have killed you 3 times. Let's stop.
Yes.
We need a human. We need a human to turn the tables over.
Yeah, but then he said he doesn't trust him. That's when Richter was like, why would I trust you? And he was like, because I already could have killed you 3 times.
Yeah.
Like, come on, my boy. Like, if we really wanted to do this, you could have been dead already.
And the book is basically the manual for making night creatures, and Tara figures that how to...
She literally comes out, we got him!
She figures out that we can't destroy it, we just have to open a portal to send it back to hell.
Right back to hell.
Yes, it was created in hell and it has to go back to what it came from.
We cut to a scene of... This scene makes me sick. We cut to a scene of Abbott praying to God asking for help. Guess who shows up in the church? Maria. And sweet old Maria is here to come save him. She's telling him like, yo, you're working from the wrong side. Slide with me. Which is crazy coming from Maria. Then the Abbott's like, Abbott, you're sick.
He literally goes, what was his
He goes, he thanks God because he thinks God brought Maria to him.
You've been brought here for a sacrifice. And I'm like, yo, this man is sick. After he told Tara, don't worry, I'll keep her safe.
He's lost.
You know why he messed up? And why, what's her name? Jolta? Brings that up when they were in the dungeon.
She saw that.
When she scratched Maria, and he goes, no.
He was about to.
She's young. She's a child. Yeah. Right there is what made her realize, oh, this man has ties to this. Let me go do my homework. Let me go figure it out. Let me see what's going on here. Come on, man.
Scum. And we end the show with Messiah at the vampire headquarters flexing against her little followers, and she causes an eclipse. It's so scary to the point that this is like probably the first time I've seen Olrox worried.
Mm-hmm.
A very worrisome look in his face.
Jolta is in her purest form. Pulls out the bun, hair's out, got the
looks like a Head and Shoulders commercial.
Got the wings out. Like what? Head and Shoulders commercial? You're crazy. That's exactly. Yo, maybe it's Maybelline hair. Jolta with the Maybelline hair. It's crazy. It's not looking crazy. And then just like a scurry of vampires
off into the night because now it's an eclipse. Now we can rock
it. Chilling. I don't gotta worry about no sunlight. I'm out here.
I think the episode's about to finish. We're about to be almost done because it's
on,
on,
bro.
It's on.
And I just checked. You were correct. It does have 8 episodes.
That makes sense. Because as I'm thinking, I'm like, nah, it's over. Mm-hmm. This is the final war.
Yeah.
But like, episode 7. That's where we at. And as far as Castlevania, we have no complaints.
No. It's been great since.
I know. I got nothing. I mean,
it's been great since the first one.
I was just saying.
Since the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And how many seasons was the first one? 3 or 4? 3 or 4? I don't care. They were all fire.
It's all theirs.
They were all fire.
Story, dialogue, animation. I don't know what else you want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One of those shows I can go back from the first episode, watch it all the way through.
We watched it like 3 times already. It's been so good.
Crazy.
It's been so good. Mm-hmm. But, we'll see how the ending is. Basically.
And we'll be back to let you know about that, too.
Yeah. Till next time, y'all.
Hey, yo! Like the late, great Scott Hall would say. Rest in peace, my good sir.
Hey, yo. It feels good. Feels good to be nueve and uno.
Yeah. Ecstatic.
Listen, the Eagles improved to 9-1.
Yes, they do.
Themselves to be the best team in the NFL right now.
Before you go in, I just want to say this. I'm glad, win or lose, I'm glad we have the team we have because I always say this when we're watching the games. We got that dog in us. I don't give a damn about no first, second quarter. We're just waking up with them halftime boys.
Halftime boys. That's
Come
crazy.
on, man.
That's crazy. That's funny. That's funny.
Like you can give us all the energy the first, second quarter. How you looking the third and fourth?
We there. We shut them out.
Come on, let's talk.
But let's start it off from the beginning. This gauntlet of ours, we started off. Basically, the gauntlet started when we played the Dolphins. We beat the Dolphins. We then lost to the Jets, I believe. No, we lost to the Jets before that. Then we went on to beat the Commanders, then the Cowboys, on to the bye week, and now this gauntlet starts. I think we started our gauntlet with the Dolphins. We've beaten every team since. And now, on a Monday night, the Eagles defeat the second, maybe third best team in the league. The Kansas City Chiefs are. I don't like calling it the Super Bowl rematch because we don't get a Super Bowl ring off of this win.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a rematch to our last defeat, which so happened to be the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what, Patrick Mahomes is a great. He's a great player. He's a great player.
Hey, before I said that, I was gonna say, yo, that Mahomes guy.
Mahomes. Mahomes is a great player. All right. If he's not in the MVP talks every year, I'm surprised. Okay. Obviously, this year, it's a little bit of a tougher battle because I will say, not because I'm biased, Jalen Hurts is playing his ass off too. All right. He so far right now has the betting odds as being the MVP of the season.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I don't care what you're talking about. Oh, he has this, he has that. My man wins games. He is the game manager. He knows what to do. He is the leader of this team, and we are 9-1 because of him and, of course, the whole team and as a whole. We've been doing good.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing good. With that being said, the Chiefs' defense, they're no joke.
No, they're not.
They're no joke, okay? These boys came to play. And it's one of those teams that people sleep on their defense. They're like, oh, it's Patrick Mahomes, Jason Kelce? No, Travis Kelce. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. They got the team. Andy Reid, the coach. He's the man. That defense is no joke. They held us to, 7 points?
Crazy. All the way to the half.
You know what I'm saying? And then we came into the second half and we found a way. And it's like we basically flipped the tables because
and we didn't give up no field goals besides after scoring a touchdown.
Our defense led up 0 points in the second half.
Halftime boys.
Halftime boys is right. Look, man, I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't want to hear, oh, Valdez-Scantling could have won the game. There was still 3 timeouts with 1:43. It would have been 21-24. We still would have had a chance to march down the field. Stop it. Father.
Look, if you're interested in what ifs, Marvel is dropping season 2 in December.
Please.
Entertain yourself with that. But right now we're talking about foosball.
It's exactly what happened. Don't tell me, oh, what if Travis never would have fumbled? What if Mahomes would have threw that touchdown instead of throwing that pick? Shout outs Kevin Byard. I don't want to hear it no more.
Big shout out.
We're out here, okay? Another big shout out to DeAndre Swift. My man was out here, scampering about. Ran the ball well. He caught the ball off those screens, got some yak, had a touchdown this game.
Had that one remember that one play he did? Amazing.
Like a jet sweep kind of, where he came, motioned in, and then he went on to the outside and just trail mixed his way all the way to the end zone. Didn't score, but he got to the red zone, and I like that. I like
clutch plays.
The identity of this team is here.
Yeah.
And it's funny, we got a lot of clutch players coming back. We had Cam Jurgens, so obviously the run game was looking on point.
My boy Goddard wasn't even here.
No, shout out to Goddard. Get well soon, my brother.
Get well.
And then, that was the beginnings of our gauntlet. Next up, we have the Buffalo Bills, and we're just going to keep pushing forward through this gauntlet. I feel like our gauntlet started with the Miami Dolphins. This is going to be number 4 of our gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
We had Dolphins, Cowboys. We just beat number 2, number 3 team in the league, the Chiefs, and now we got the Buffalo Bills next. Let's see what we have going on. That's all we got for Eagles. We do got some other foosball news.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
We have a guest here. Obviously, he's not an Eagle fan, but let us know what we got going on in your side of town.
I'm a Denver Bronco fan. Bronco country.
Oh,
Let's
Lord.
ride.
Oh, jeez.
Right now, we're on a high. We're on a 4-game win streak. We were 1-5. Now we're 5-5.
Which is impressive, my.
It is.
We just ended the win streak for the Vikings.
It
was a good game, but only one can come out on top.
So go to that.
I like that.
Yeah, we got Russell Wilson playing like he should be playing. We got Russ back. He's doing his thing. I'm very happy to see how we're going. We definitely think we're gonna get this wild card,
Mr. Unlimited.
Yes, Mr. Unlimited. So we're doing
shout out to your boy Sutton, right?
Yeah,
2 games back to back.
Stopping perfectly, making sure he gets it. Oh, we've been doing our thing. Hopefully, we keep this
momentum going.
Thank you. Yes, and because we have the Browns at home next on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. How the Browns doing right now?
What'd you say? You felt like it was what?
I'm watching them sometimes. I feel like they're playing pee-wee football out there. So I'm feeling pretty confident that we're going to take this one.
They have a good defense. They have a good defense. So I feel like it's going to be clashes of defense because y'all do have a good defense too. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Awesome.
What's the standings right now? You got the Chiefs in first.
Chiefs, then us.
Aren't y'all in second?
Yep.
That's crazy.
Got us in second, then
Raiders,
the Raiders, and then the Chargers.
It's looking like y'all have a chance. If y'all make it to the playoffs, y'all might be a threat. Let's see what happens. That's all we got for our sports news for now. Till next time. Here. Crack the fingers and play your air piano.
Today on Two Piece Fight News.
Let's get it.
We got over here at one Friday nights. We had a Muay Thai bout between Nak Rob Fairtex and Deda Wang Link. Guess who won? Nak Rob Fairtex via KO round 3 with a nasty body shot.
That body shot was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him right in the and he said
he threw disdain in that body shot.
Because his whole
all of that.
like, and you know what's funny? Remember how it's like you got this, but then when you have ones that go in, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Down and under, like, ugh, I know.
To me, it's dead force here. When you cork it, you're gonna get your whipping action out and get all of the monies out of it. And you did this that. We're over at APFC 9 that took place in Milwaukee. Shout outs to Anthony Pettis holding these events down. Yeah. We saw Cody Lynn defeat Dylan Cox via submission in round 3 for the flyweight title. They got their thing going on. I like that. What also took place, I was not expecting this. UFC Fight Night. Brendan Allen defeats Paul Craig via submission in round 3. Here's a fun fact about Brendan Allen. He submitted Kevin Holland in his UFC debut. Not Kevin's UFC debut, Brendan's UFC debut.
His UFC debut, he submitted Kevin Holland. That's fire.
Special boy. I like him.
I think we've seen that fight.
Probably. In MMA news, this is a bit
sad.
Yeah.
Sad to say the least.
Our next card was gonna be headlined by Darush, but what I was looking for was the co-main, which would have been Dan Hooker versus Bobby Green. And breaking news, Dan Hooker's out with an injury, and he actually injured the same hand he injured before, which is very telling.
He re-injured the same hand he injured in his last fight.
Yes.
That sucks.
So that sucks. This next bit of news is, I guess it's official now, but we've been telling y'all this for months.
Yeah. The merger was coming.
Yeah, PFL about Bellator. This is a good look. And from the news that I've seen, we already reported they're still going to let Bellator run all the way up till 2026. In the meantime, they will be sharing rosters, which means they will be doing champ versus champ fights. Expect more tournaments out of that. I can't wait to see what they do. And with, I don't know how true this is, Jake Paul's in the mix. I don't know if he's taking MMA serious, but he's going to be in there. I don't know if Francis is taking a MMA fight next to a boxing fight, but please do remember, Francis is over that PFL. Moving on into boxing, we were there in Montreal, Canada. On November 14th. Wow, we see Steve Caglett defeat Miguel Medrano via unanimous decision. Plaque, read that score.
It goes 99-91, 99-91, and 98-92 across the board.
Medrano was on a 3-fight winning streak until running into Claggett, who is now on an 8-fight winning streak.
That's fire.
Over there in Las Vegas, November 16th, was the title fight between Shakur Stevenson and Edward De Los Santos. Stevenson wins via decision for the vacant WBC lightweight title, becoming a 3-weight world champion. Look, congrats to Shakur Stevenson, but that performance was not favored by the masses. It's not even like some people, no, everyone was not liking it, especially with all the talk he was doing and the way he presents himself as he's one of the best, and that performance did not allude to that. And the performance was so lacking, I almost wanted to say, was he injured? Did he have the injury we didn't know about?
He hasn't said anything yet, but I don't think so. Because he was still moving.
Yeah, he was still
moving. My thing is, even the commentators, you hear them like...
Yeah, even the commentators were before. And if that's the Shakur Stevenson... Put it this way. Tank, I'm not going to say Tank will totally annihilate Shakur Stevenson, but that Shakur Stevenson is not seeing Tank.
No.
That's all I'm saying. Another on the undercard of the same. This should have been the main event considering how that went. Emmanuel Navarrete versus Robson Canseco. Navarrete wins. No, excuse me. I take that back.
No.
Tell him what really happened, Platt.
Emmanuel retains his title.
Because?
Now, it was, what do you mean because?
It was a draw.
Oh, yes, correct.
Can you read that score?
That's what I was getting to. So it was 114 to 112 for Navarrete, but then it was 113 twice.
It's surprising to me because Navarrete knocked that boy down multiple times.
So
and we've said this, we've talked about this many times. The last round
is what
Robson turned up, and guess what? The judges always remember.
Always the last round, and it's not only boxing. We talk about this in UFC. It doesn't have to be the last round, but the last 10 seconds of the round. It's like if you're dominating, but then the last 10 seconds, if the man is pummeling you on the floor
and giving his all in, that affects what the judges.
Because that's the last thing they see. That's the last thing they see. So that's interesting.
Never get that, but that's what it is.
Yep.
Over there, this is a double whammy here. BKFC 54 took place in Bulgaria November 17th, right? Rosen Dimitrov defeats Todor Zelyakov via KO round 2.
That was nasty.
Yes.
Bing banged him and he just fell flat.
Then literally the next day, we have BKFC 55 took place in London November 18th, where we see Jared Warren defeat Danny Christie via KO in round 1. That was nasty.
Bare knuckle boxing.
It's
I'm built for that.
over in Manchester, England. What did we see, Platt?
Denzel Bentley defeated by Nathan Heaney? Excuse me, sorry if I butchered that. In an upset, becoming the new British middleweight champion and remains undefeated.
Congratulations, Nathan Haney. He put on a performance.
Yes, he did.
We head over to Los Angeles, November 18th. We have Diego Pacheco defeat Marcelo Coceres via KO in round 9. If I'm not mistaken, it was a 1-1-2. Came back
with a
2
again. Hit
him
him
with a 3 and closed the door.
Yep.
And
And
then the fight.
that 3 was, I don't think that 3 was necessary.
It wasn't.
But that shut the lights off for sure.
Shut everything off. Great job to Diego.
I like the purple gloves was fire. Purple gloves was fire.
And Wolverhampton, United Kingdom on November 18th, of course, we see Frank Pettigene defeated by Adam Azam via KO round 10, becoming the new European champion.
Nice.
A lot of titles got changed hands this weekend. Not bad.
Congratulations. I like that.
Moving on to some boxing news. I'm not sure if you guys heard. There's a KO artist by the name of Arslanbek Makamudov with a record of 18-0. 17 KOs.
Whoa.
He's looking forward to a step up in competition with the goals of fighting the winner of Usyk and Fury. Slow down there, fella. Till then, he has to first get through Ajit Kabayel.
23-0. That's interesting.
That fight takes place December 23rd on the Saudi Arabia card where Wilder and Anthony Joshua are on. They're not fighting each other, but they're all on that same card. We're back to the same place where Francis, you see what's going on? America, pague cobla. There's no money over here. So we're looking for promoters. And the Saudis got the Raja to hold these big events. I don't know how you're going to feel about this news. You already hate the man. Floyd Mayweather will be fighting John Gotti III during Super Bowl weekend in Las Vegas. What do you think about that?
I guess it's something to fill. I don't know.
I don't know if you remember. Months ago, John Gotti was talking real nasty about him, so he wants a piece of it. So,
about Floyd?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't. And not only he not only took the trash talk, he took it to racist. He was online.
Oh,
the whole Gotti's came out.
Goodness.
It was nasty. So I can see why he's wanting to do this.
Here's my thing. How old is Floyd? 50?
He got to be in his 40s. Nearing 50s.
Close to 50? You see how he's moving while he's in.
He doesn't look nowhere near that.
All right, Gotti. Do what you gotta do, Gotti.
Do what you do. On upcoming fights, let's roll, baby.
Talk to me.
We have one Friday nights, fights 42 taking place November 24th. We have Coronar Sorsor Thongrapan
0-2
versus Julio Lobo.
0-1.
Now remember, when you hear records like this, That's their record in the current organization.
Right.
These guys could be 142 elsewhere. Don't let that record confuse you.
Facts, especially Muay Thai. You know these boys start
Boy.
at like 8 years old, 9 years old.
Kindergarten is Muay Thai. That's where you go.
Yeah.
Moving on to MMA, Cage Warriors takes place in Newcastle. That's Cage Warriors 164. We have Liam Gittins
11-4.
versus Reese McWan
7-1
for the vacant bantamweight title. Interesting.
I like that. So Cage Warriors, like this is their record in Cage Warriors.
Yes, that's their record in MMA
So
at Cage
these
Warriors.
boys been brawling.
Mhm,
Okay, I like that. Cool.
Moving on to some boxing events that'll take place this weekend.
Dublin.
Mm-hmm.
We out in Dublin, folks.
We have Chantel Cameron
18-0,
versus Katie Taylor.
22-1.
And this is the sequel. This is why this fight excites me. Katie lost the first one by decision. This fight will be 10 rounds for Cameron's IBF, WBA, WBC, and WBO Women's World Super Lightweight title.
Let's get it.
That's a bangery. That's a lot of titles. Undisputed over there.
Let's go.
Las Vegas on the 25th. We have a title fight between David Benavidez
27-0,
versus Demetrius Andrade.
32-0.
12 rounds for Benavidez WBC interim super middleweight title. Someone is losing their O that night.
You know, it's funny you say that. In the Muay Thai, someone's actually gaining a 1.
Oh.
0-2, 0-1. So someone's going to be gaining a 1 in the Muay Thai, and someone's going to be getting a 1 in the lost
I
column.
like how you said that. Someone's
Las
leaving with a
Vegas.
gift. Someone's leaving with a box of coal.
Ay.
Trip to the- And as far as that, that's all we have for the upcoming fights this week.
Facts. Hope y'all enjoyed the vibes. Till next week.
Guys, this was our official first episode. Again, this wasn't an interview. This was special starring.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm kind of special.
We just want to thank our big dog Winston for joining us on this episode.
Yo,
Much appreciated, brother.
You did your thing. We appreciate
It was definitely
you.
very enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's a new experience. It's different,
No,
isn't it?
it definitely is. It's definitely a change of pace. First time I've ever done something like this, you know? I'm not on
That's
camera,
awesome.
but never talking to the camera.
That's awesome. It's fun, yo.
It was fun.
It was interesting, and I liked it.
Yeah.
Good time, man, especially with two great co-hosts.
Oh, man, thank
You
you.
know, it definitely made it easier. So,
You know, a little coaching up here and there, but he did his thing.
At the end of the day, we're just chilling, chatting. Nothing we don't do out of the ordinary.
yeah,
Right.
chopping up as most times we do.
And with that being said,
Oh, if you're feeling the vibe,
come on now. You gotta like, share, and subscribe.
that's all you gotta do. Just a few clicks, a few likes there. That's all it is. Share it.
Shares.
Leave it a comment.
You know,
Leave a
little
comment or two.
here
I
and
know
there.
you could do it.
You know what I
Come
mean?
on.
Come on.
Anything you want to say to the good people before we exit out of here?
Yeah, no, smash that like button, man. Put it on to all your peoples, because you know you're having a great time here.
I'm gonna click that. I like that. I like that. And with that with that said,
Time flies when you're having fun.
time really does fly when
We
you're
out
having
here.
fun. And this is 2 P's
And our boy Winston.
saying goodbye.
Later.
Till next time. Okay. Us here at 2 P's just wanted to take a time out to say happy holidays. Whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, we're all love to you and much more.
Please enjoy your time with your family. Be safe out there. No drinking and driving. We live in a time where we have Ubers.
Yeah, man.
If you're a designated driver, please stay that. Be safe out there. And enjoy the food. I know the food's gonna be popping. And don't overshare your plates. We don't want to see y'all plates. All right, just eat it, and that's it.
Please stop sharing. I'm tired of seeing y'all get roasted. If you're gonna get that's funny, roasted. Okay. If you're gonna drink, post up at your auntie's, your friend's house, and just get your drink on. No reason to be out in the streets, yo. I ain't trying to hear none of that.
Facts.
I'm honestly trying to see what this Watergate salad is about this.
You've been talking about this Watergate salad.
How's Watergate salad?
Watergate salad, you haven't seen it?
Bro.
I don't. I just seen it. I
I'm
know
over
it's supposedly some people hate it, some people love it. I'm very interested to see what that is this
We'll have to find out about this Watergate salad.
Very
Very
interesting.
We'll figure it out.
But again, until we see you, Hope you guys eat all the turkey, chill with your family, and have the most fun that you can.
Enjoy it.
And please do it in a safe manner.
Be safe. Love y'all.